So we'll be talking about the downfall of certain things on the Yu-Gi-Oh market as of late. You're probably like, oh my god, the downfall of Yu-Gi-Oh! What a clickbait title. No, actually, there are a lot of things that have been happening in the market as of late, with everything going up to the moon. I wanted to talk about just some little things I've been noticing and been doing prices on certain things. And of course, the trends of things going up. Also, the downfall of you having good old cards as they rise in price because you're selling them for free money. Let's dig on into this, shall we? The downfall. Alright, so we're going to start off with Link Cross here. I think that this is a particularly interesting subject matter to talk about because I also want to tie this into Maxx C. Now, if you guys typically notice when a card is as good as Maxx C in the market, yeah, it's banned here. Alright, but wait a minute, Robbie, that doesn't... What are you getting at here? That you're starting off a card as good as Maxx C, but you're saying it's banned. What does that mean? There are certain parts of the world, OCG land, where people will covet those certain types of cards because they are legal in their format. There are certain locals across the water that will allow these styles of cards to be legal. Contrary to all popular belief here, the Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG and TCG markets do have an invisible thread that most people in this community and game do not understand. Alright? There are invisible hands that will move cards between both sides of the market. Maxx C and Link Cross are two very big game changers here that you need to understand for this very basic example. Maxx C, card is banned here, alright? But you've noticed as of late that this card has been going up. Ever since Maxx C's demise here, we've been noticing a steady rise of the card. It has not stopped, alright? And you do notice that OCG players love this. There's also the gang of people here. I'm not saying that the OCG is the sole factor pushing this agenda here, but you can definitely see that there's a silent group of people that are buying these up in hopes that someday the card comes back. Alright? Both of these factors are what have been driving the price of this for the longest time. In addition to everybody in the OCG that wants to play their TCG cards. Now, you can't do that officially there, however, but certain stores in certain regions love those types of cards. Alright? It only makes sense. Okay, so that's in the case of a card being, well, banned here, but being allowed to see play over there. Now, same subject matter as Link Cross here. This is the exact opposite of your coin. Alright? You have a card that is legal here. You have a card that is banned there. If you've noticed, alright, ever since the card got banned, cards started off really high in the OCG. Alright, with Echo, we started off really good in value for that. And then all of a sudden, you started, once the OCG banned it, it went to $17. The card has been slowly declining in value like this entire time. It's because the invisible hand effect said, well, we don't need those anymore. Get them out of here. Alright, and there's no longer a market for this outside of our region. Both TCGs need Link Crosses because of how good the card is. The third invisible market over here isn't paying good value for this anymore. So, long interesting story for this. For the topic of the downfall of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market here. So, we're going to backtrack back here, story time with Robbie. There used to be a huge market for official Yu-Gi-Oh! Playmats. Now, there still is a market to a degree. Now, what ended up happening was the OCG was absorbing a lot of our playmats. And once again, this might be mind-boggling to some of you guys, and this is some of the forbidden knowledge that I've heard throughout the years. You would have the OCG players, you'd have them picking up our mats, you'd have stores from Japan coming to events here, and they would be buying playmats from the vendors. They'd be like, alright, we're taking these all back. They would sell them for probably 100-200% profit. And these mats were so coveted over the years that it was crazy. And then the critical breaking point ends up occurring. Ah, yes, my absolute favorite. There's too many gosh dang mats. Ah, so what happens at that stage? Well, if the OCG land has absorbed all of these mats and the market is starting to slow down on these things, then mat value overall will go down. All right? That's a really strange concept to understand, but it is a really good one in the long run. Okay, so oversaturation of mats eventually took hold. Now, on this very same topic, the exact opposite has happened to the official UDS market. You're like, wait a minute. What do you mean, Robbie? If you've noticed, UDS mats have always been worth something right out of the gate, as opposed to the regular mats. Now, certain mats will hold more value. I mean, there's no denying that. You know, things with the keys on them, the Apprentice, Illusion, Magician Girl, some of the Judge mats, because they're in shorter supply, and there's more of a demand for some of those waifu characters. I get it, alright? Excellent. Alright? Waifu tags very much exist inside the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market for this. So, we trug on over here to the UDS market. Alright? Playmats, we're going down a little bit. I've been noticing as the global pandemic has been going at this current stage here, prices are rebounding. They're going back up. And a lot of players are like, that's not good. That's not good at all. The OCG has absorbed some of these playmats, don't get me wrong, but you've got a lot more of the collectors on this side of the market. I can't accurately say, because it's been a little while since I've talked and really heard info about some of these things. I do know that certain big names in the OCG will still do business with some of the American market. As far as I know, I haven't heard anything too crazy as of the years going by, but you know, Maxi, and then like I said, Linkruss. I know I'm making a very big, bold statement there, and it's been a trend that we've been seeing really throughout all the years. Like, kind of just think about it. Every time you see something that's like impactful in the OCG, and then it gets banned, you always notice a price amputation to it. Not only because are people fearful that it's going to get banned, but their market is also absorbing some of our cards. It's mind-boggling to me. People are like, "Oh, the American cards are worthless. Why would they want them?" It doesn't make sense to me. Well, sorry, Doug. Sorry. Like, they're the Asian regions, Japan, like, there's a market for this. Amazingly, alright? And people just don't get that. Alright. Overall structure, downfall of the market in certain regions. The mat market has been on a decline for years. Alright, you win a regional mat, you used to be able to sell them for $100. Now, I believe some of them you can still push for 70, 80, 90. Alright, I get that. That's still there. But it wasn't what it used to be. The deck box market for Yu-Gi-Oh!, the regional deck boxes, still worth something. I believe I still am seeing those selling. 20 is really low. But I know a couple people that will sell them at 20. I think it's like a $20 to $50 range I've seen them for. I think there's like some exuberant one, like the newer ones, the pullouts. Those were going for a little bit more. I think somebody was trying to push one of those for $100. But the prize market for what used to be isn't the same. But the judge material going on, the judge mats in general, those have been holding fantastic value throughout the years. And really, like the judge tokens and stuff, they're doing a fantastic job creating items for judges that end up maintaining and holding this value. I will say kudos to Konami for that. That's a very good, bold move. Well, I'm bold. It's very good that they're doing this and they're creating this market for them so that they can, get more money on the secondary market. That's good. Overall, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market, certain things are going to continue to be on the decline. All right? Whether it be meta cards, whether it be other things, the ban list will always push these down between Linkruss. Don't be surprised as we're getting closer to things here. You're going to see Fear of Adamancipator getting hit. Same thing with Eldritch. You'll probably notice slight declines on these. The closer we get to a ban list, every single time you will notice prices go down. But also remember, there are other contributing factors to the format that end up impacting everything that is going on. And like I said, one of those biggest invisible hands is the OCG. Whether or not you believe it or not, this is story time with Imco40. Guys, please, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about the downfall of certain parts of the market. And, well guys, I'm out. Peace. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanColt40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MColt40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoltgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.